Open for radio. Stay open. Hey everybody, this is Larry, aka Blue Man Rule with Open Forum Radio and Facetious, and I'm here today to review Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine expansion. Now, you guys know me, you guys know I'm a massive Witcher fan, but I'm going to give you a little breakdown of what the Blood and Wine expansion actually entails. So, it was released on May 31st, 2016, developed and published by CD Projekt Red, and on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC, which is where I received the review code. Now, before we begin, this expansion is massive. Over 90 new quests, 40 new points of interest, 30 hours of new adventures, and yes, it does take that amount of time to get through them all. A new dynamic point of interest system where you can set different types of points of interest. Over 14,000 lines of dialogue. The prior expansion, Hearts of Stone, had 6,000. 100 individual pieces of armor with new Witcher sets that bump to Grandmaster level. We'll talk about that. More than 30 new weapons, 20 new monsters, new game plus maximum increase from 70 to 100. New armor dye mechanic where you could change the color of your armors. This game is massive. And to begin, Geralt is just chilling, and apparently he runs into some people that he knew from previously, because I played all of Witcher 1 and I never ran into these people, so maybe just from the books, but he ran into some old friends that he knew from a land called Toussaint. They actually were working for the Queen, and they have a massive problem in Toussaint where there are some monsters killing people, and they don't know what it is, they don't know how to stop it, so what else do? You call a Witcher. So they come pick up Geralt, and they take him over there, and he runs into another person. The Queen is actually a person he knew, and some other surprises along the way, but it is a long story. It's really, really well done. The voice acting, as always, is phenomenal. So I highly and strongly recommend you take your time and sit down and listen to that. Do not play this game while in a party. Like, concentrate on it, because it is great. And so once there are several different things that open up to you. So Toussaint is a completely new area of the game, and it's absolutely beautiful. The skies, so much greenery. It's not as drab as Velen or Novigrad or anything else like that. Even Skellige was beautiful, but it's even prettier than Skellige to me. And in this particular expansion, believe it or not, you have a couple of other things to manage. Now, we talked about the Grandmaster Witcher sets. They're actually above master crafted items, so they give you many more bonuses. The damage is a lot more, and that's one thing about the new weapons and everything just increases. So they're really, really cool. Now, here's the thing: a lot of folks didn't play Hearts of Stone, which I really love. That DLC was really, really great. But in Hearts of Stone, you actually had these buffs that you can apply to your weapons, called rune words, and rune words do certain things like enable you to heal or enable you to do certain things. So you'll increase your adrenaline gain if something happens, and they're kind of conditional things, but they're these things that are a permanent buff. So as long as you have these swords equipped, these items equipped, they are a permanent buff to you. So you combine that in the Grandmaster, where there are other things that are just like permanent buffs as well, like you increase your Ard sign damage 75 to 100%, so it's twice as much damage now. And you combine that with their new mutagens now. So, you know, the system within the Witcher universe, when you upgrade, the way to really learn additional abilities and like kind of put on a little extra flair is to acquire a mutagen. That was way back in the first one. It's also in the second one as well. But it was really rare in both those instances. But these mutagens here, they cost a lot of upgrade points and ability points, but they're powerful. So one, for instance, I loved using Ard, which is essentially the force push. But if you hold it and use the alternate sign, you can slam the ground and kind of get everyone around you. And if you increase this, if you turn on or activate this one mutagen, it will actually freeze the opponents and knock them down. And when it does, then they die instantly. And it doesn't matter how much power they have. So it is really, really good. And they have about 12 of upgrades like that, things that are similar. So instead of dying, you'll come back and you do more damage, different things like that. It's just, it's so great. The level of thought that they put into that thing was phenomenal. And I mean, it is the perfect bow to the Witcher and Geralt's story. Now, if you've heard some of the recent news, CDP has stated that Geralt's story is done, and they may possibly be done with The Witcher, but The Witcher is it's a well-revered franchise now, and it's very popular. It was always revered by the fans, but now the fans are just a much larger base now. But look, it is fantastic. The challenge is still here, and then just being able to finish this, get all of your Grandmaster stuff, and going with a New Game Plus is phenomenal. And if you haven't tried a New Game Plus, go ahead and give it a shot. One key tip: put all of the armor and things you want in stashes so you can access them in the next game. You actually have like home management here in this game as well, and that's the one thing. Geralt actually has a place to call home. As a Witcher, he's always on the road, but this is actually something that is very unique and new to a Witcher in general, is to really like have a home outside of a school camp like Kaer Morhen or the Viper School or things like that. So look, I strongly encourage you, and there's more gear as well, more Witcher gear. I strongly encourage you to give it a shot. That Mana Core gear looks pretty cool, but look, everybody, that's my review. Look, if I have to give it on the Get It scale, it's a 5 out of 5. It is phenomenal. Great voice acting, runs beautifully. All the upgrades that they've made to the game are in here, and they look great. Brand new way to manage the inventory. If you pick up a new item, then it automatically floats to the top of your inventory, so you can quickly highlight it and get that new symbol off of it. The way that you can sword, and that happened in update 1.21, and this DLC released right around 1.22, so it had the new the new UI was actually released prior to this, but it's great. It runs well. This is the best version of The Witcher, technically, and I absolutely love it. So everybody, thank you so much for watching and listening to Blue Reviews, Blood and Wine. Please check us out over at openforumradio.com. You can check me out essentially every week on Facetious, youtube.com/LASBERRY, where you're watching this right now. Share it with someone, and very, very soon I'll have all these shows up on iTunes and Google Play under the same header, Facetious. So thank you so much for listening. Everybody, stay open.
Meaning you're broke just now.
I owe you 1,000 thanks, Master Witcher. I'll gladly pay your reward. Not to mention trimming you when you see the need that come by.
Thanks. Take care now.
Open for radio. What community sounds like. Stay